Hola y bienvenidos a GCSE Spanish Practice. My name is Marina and today we're going to work on the higher paper for the speaking part of role play, which is worth 10 marks. If you know what we are doing, please go straight to the question. Otherwise, stick with me and I'll tell you what this video is about. The first thing we're going to do is defining the task, so explaining what the role play is about and showing you today's question. Then I'll show you the exam technique and we'll discuss what needs to be done in order to get the most of this particular task, which is 10 marks. Then we will see model answers that I will show you. And then after that, what you can do is you can work on your own answers. Finally, there's practice in the role play. So I will read the questions out loud in Spanish, just pretending this is an exam situation, and you can read off your piece of paper where you have prepared today's question. And then finally, if you want to, you can stick around and listen to the questions in Spanish and see the Spanish on screen. And this helps you with recognizing questions in the future. In the photo card section of your speaking exam, you have the unprepared questions and you have the same after the read aloud. So here we go. So if you know what to do, if you want to go you want to see the model answer, so you want to go straight to the question, just see the sections in the description of this video and skip to those. Okay, well, so what is the role play about? This is the first task in your speaking exam. You prepare for this in a separate room alongside the other two tasks that the speaking exam is about. But for this particular one, it needs to be something that you do really quickly, okay? Almost automatically. So practice is key here. Now, you will see 5 sentences in English and you will have to prepare following the instructions. It looks like this. So you are talking always to a Spanish-speaking friend. They can be Mexican, Spanish, whatever. You have to address them as tú, which is fine. You have to ask a question and you must include a verb, a conjugated verb in each of the answers. You'll see there are 5 different sentences telling you what to say. Okay, you have to stick to it, and then you have to provide the detail in brackets. If you do both things and your delivery is correct, so that means that pronunciation is correct and the examiner understands everything you say, you get 2 marks. And the minute you have like a mispronunciation here and the examiner has to think about what you said, then you will be marked down. 1 mark is taken away or both marks taken away if you are not answering the question either, okay? So what you have to do is respond to the 5 sentences in Spanish that you have prepared. And this task is about clear communication. It's not the time to extend or to show off what we have learned. It's just communication, sticking to the amount of detail and the information in each of the bullet points. And it's only 1 minute, 30 seconds. It goes very quickly. Okay, so let's see what today's question is. You're talking to your Spanish friend, and in the conversation, you have to say these things. Okay, so what are we going to do? You can pause the video now and prepare, and then skip straight to the practice section where I ask you the questions and you read out loud what you've prepared, or you can stay with me and see my model answers. Okay, right. So what you want to do is always number your answers on the preparation sheet. As soon as you sit down, you're going to write down role play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you'll see what each of them requires of you and then do it, write down your answers in Spanish. If you're practicing with this video, I totally recommend writing down your answers for your practice, okay? Right, so say what you think about swimming and why. So give 1 opinion and 1 reason. Very easy. I'm just going to show you my model answer, which is me encanta nadar. Okay, if we don't know how to say swimming, we can say go to the pool or something like that. Okay, but this one is about swimming and I know how to say it, so I just say me encanta nadar porque es muy relajante. I'm giving 1 opinion and 1 reason. We could make it a bit longer if for you this feels too short, but saying me encanta nadar porque en mi opinión es muy relajante. Es un deporte muy completo. Es un deporte muy completo is something they keep on telling me. I hate swimming. People keep saying, but you have to do it because it's such a complete exercise. You move every muscle in your body. So that's what I mean by complete, okay? Bueno, say how often you exercise, give 1 detail. There's always a question with just 1 detail, easy. 3 times a week, once a year? Never? Okay. 2 options for you. Suelo hacer ejercicio. I tend to do exercise. You know the structure suelo plus infinitive to say something that you tend to do or usually do. O hago ejercicio. And then I said 3 veces a la semana, which I wish was true, but it's not. Bueno, número 3. Say what sports you're going to practice this weekend. This requires the future tense, okay? And give 2 details. So I said, I went fancy here. Si hace buen tiempo, voy a correr en el parque. Si llueve, iré al gimnasio. So I gave 2 possible scenarios for the weekend. If the weather is nice, I am going to run in the park, which is not true. And if it rains, I will go to the gym. Okay? Si llueve, iré al gimnasio. 2 options here. You could simply say, voy a correr al parque con mis amigos y también iré al gimnasio. But I wanted to show you that you can use also the possibilities, weather permitting. Okay? Número 4. Say where you normally exercise. So this is kind of where is the key thing here. So donde. Give 2 details. So 2 places, basically. I went for, again, complex here, but just not too complex. But, cuando puedo. I know some of you cannot resist to showing your structures. So here we go. When I can, hago deporte al aire libre. Y también, so that's one detail. And the second detail, y también voy al polideportivo. Okay? So when I can, I do sports outdoors, al aire libre, y también voy al deportivo, and I also go to the sports center. Finally, a question. How do we ask a question? If we are not sure, we're going to use háblame de, okay? Talk to me about. And then about what? It has to be this. Their favorite sport in Spain. So your deporte favorito en España. It has to be about that, okay? So, háblame de tu deporte favorito en España, o ¿cuál es? If we want to ask, which one is it? ¿Cuál es tu deporte favorito en España? Or finally, what do you think about? ¿Qué piensas de tu deporte favorito en España? ¿Vale? So these are my model answers. You can work on your own if you have made it this far. Or what you can do is, if you want to practice with these structures and don't want to use your ideas, completely, what you can do is just follow the structures here and then change the bits that have been highlighted with your own ideas, okay? So the next step is going to be me asking the questions and you reading out loud your answers. So now it is time to pause the video if you haven't done so. And in 2 seconds, I'll move on to reading out loud those questions for you and you reply using your preparation. Bueno, entonces, vamos a practicar. I will not read the instructions, I'll just go straight into number 1, ¿ok? Número 1. ¿Te gusta nadar? ¿Por qué? ¡Qué interesante! ¿Y con qué frecuencia haces ejercicio? Genial. ¿Y qué deportes vas a practicar este fin de semana con tus amigos? Muy bien. ¿Y dónde haces deporte normalmente? Ah, yo también. ¿Tienes una pregunta para mí? Sí, es el fútbol femenino. Muy bien. So as you can see, this goes very quickly. If you follow the steps and you did everything that I described, you will be getting 2 marks for each of them, and then that'd be 10 marks altogether. Okay, so that's 20% of your speaking done. Now, if you want to see what the questions were, here we go. What were the questions? Number 1, ¿te gusta nadar? ¿Por qué? Do you like swimming? Why? Número 2, ¿con qué frecuencia haces ejercicio? How often do you exercise? Número 3, ¿qué deportes vas a practicar este fin de semana con tus amigos? So what sports are you going to practice this weekend with your friends? Número 4. ¿Dónde haces deporte normalmente? Where do you exercise normally? Where do you do sports normally? Y número 5, this is what I said, es el fútbol femenino. Okay, it is women's football. Bueno, so hopefully this all makes sense and you have been practicing. If it's the first time you come around these videos, I would like to let you know that there are many other videos on role play, also for higher. So there's foundation videos, higher videos, role play videos, general questions videos, model answers to general questions, read aloud, dictation, you name it. So please, please, please take a look at all of those. There are new videos every week, so it would be great if you can subscribe and share with your friends if they're also revising for the speaking exams. Adiós y muchas gracias.